my God, there's over 50 people checking out. Oh my gosh, 71 people checking out, over 139 active cards. My phone is genuinely freaking out.
This 24-year-old Sophie made over $260,000 selling products in one of the most competitive niches out there, t-shirts and hoodies. She didn't make that in a year or even a month. She made that in 24 hours. She even went on to Shark Tank, yeah, that TV show, and shocked the entire panel.
Actually, I'm sorry, that was $260,000 in 24 hours.
What? Wait a second. Hold on, guys. Let's take a couple steps.
And the crazy thing is that she doesn't even have millions of followers on social media, and she doesn't even have an Etsy store. But she was able to pull in $3 million in sales in a single year. So today I'm going to break down her entire business model and even that brilliant method that she used that made her $260,000 in 24 hours. And I'm going to show you how you can steal her strategies for your own products. But let's take a step back. What exactly is she selling? So if you look at her products here, we know that she's selling apparel like t-shirts and hoodies about mental health, which has a huge audience. And in fact, according to a 2019 report from the WHO, 970 million people worldwide are living with a mental health disorder. So her products appeal to real people with a real problem, and these products gives them a sense of community and belonging. Now, you'll probably see everybody today wearing these types of clothing, and even a lot of celebrities now are wearing mental health themed clothing, which is just adding more hype to the trend. Now, you're probably thinking this type of products have been around for a while, and there's already so many sellers selling this type of products on Etsy. How was she able to come in and make $3 million in a crowded market like this in just a year? Now, if you look closely, it's actually not so much about the design or the quality of the apparel, because if you look here, these designs don't look like anything special. But the secret is the method on how she sells her products, and it comes down to this drop equation right here. The equation that allowed her to succeed in the most competitive category online. But before we talk about this method, I want to show you why she's not on Etsy and what she's doing instead. Now, everybody's trying to start an Etsy store, right? But that's not what Sophie did. Because she understood that the biggest opportunities lie in not following the crowd, but diverging from it. There's a famous phrase, observe the masses, then do the complete opposite. It sounds rebellious, but it actually works. And for Sophie, she doesn't sell her products on Etsy, but she drives traffic from her social media accounts to her own website, her Shopify store. And she strategically did this for 3 reasons. Number 1, comparison pricing. So if you notice on her website, she's selling this t-shirt for $40 with about $5 for shipping. Now imagine if she were to sell this on a marketplace like Etsy, her audience will immediately compare her product to other similar products that's selling for $18 here, $10, or even this one for $7. There's no way she could get away selling a t-shirt for $40. But when you drive your customers to your own website, there are no competitor listings, there's no shopping around. You've already nurtured and built trust with your audience on your social media accounts. So when someone decides to make a purchase, it's just 1 to 2 clicks and then the order is complete. Number 2 is higher profit margin. So who doesn't love more profits, right? But when you sell on Etsy, there's transaction fee, 6.5% plus 20 cents listing fee and additional transaction fee. How much do you think is left if you're selling product for $7, right? And I haven't even factored in the cost to produce the shirt. And not to mention that Etsy is known for suspending accounts, false copyright claims, and that brings me to my next point, full control. So when you sell on your own website like Shopify, there are no suspensions. You create your own rules, and the best thing is that you can one day sell the business for multiples of profits. And you can't do that with an Etsy store. Now, please note that I'm not against selling on a marketplace. In fact, I spent years selling on Amazon and Etsy, and these issues are real. I mean, these are great places to get your products validated and get your initial traffic, but you don't want to stop there. Like I always say, if you want to build a real business and not just some quick wins, you want to have your own website that no one can take away from you. And for those of you who doesn't know how to drive traffic from social media to your own website, I'm also going to share with you guys some tips and tricks because it's really easier than you think. Now, if you want to get started with a website, what I recommend is going on Shopify and try to get the basic plan here for $29 a month. So you can start with a free theme, just something simple like this website here. Or if you want something even more affordable, you can go with the starter plan here for just $5 a month. All you need is an image of your product, maybe a short description, and you can start selling right away. And what I like about this is that it connects to your Instagram or TikTok page seamlessly, so people can even buy directly on that page. And once you get traction later on, you can always upgrade to a higher plan. So if you want to check this out, I have a special link down below that gives you access to this for just $1. Now, I'm not sponsored by Shopify, but I just think that this is a good solution. And I've seen a lot of stores see success with this method. Now let's talk about how you can start this business with $0. Now, if you see her Instagram account, you'll notice that she packs and ships her own products because she bought everything wholesale. But when you're just starting out, you want to start with the least amount of risk as possible, because the last thing you want to do is have thousands of unsold products. Right, so the smart thing to do is to use a print-on-demand provider like Gelato here, so you don't have to buy anything in bulk. Only when an order comes in, Gelato will print, pack, and ship the products automatically without you being involved. So there's literally no risk to start the business, and best of all, you can automate everything because you just need to set it up once and orders will automatically be processed, so you can focus on running the business. Now let me show you quickly on how to get started. So let's say you want to design a simple hoodie just like this one. So you can go ahead and go to Gelato's catalog and let's pick this classic pullover hoodie and click on start designing. Now there are two ways you can do this. You can use Canva for this. They already have tons of pre-made text that I can immediately use. So I can just head on to the left here and use any of these text designs and place it on the artboard. Now you can also use ChatGPT to search for the quotes that you want to use. For today's example, I'll probably use prove them wrong here. I think that's pretty good. So for simple designs like this one with just the text, I like to design it right in Gelato itself because they already have tons of font options and graphics. So let's add the text here and write prove me wrong. And I'm going to change the font to this one and change the font size and just put it in the center here. Now keep in mind that you can also add text to the back, but for this example, we want to keep it as minimalist as possible, right? Now, when you're happy with the design, we can hit preview and you can see how it looked like. And I think that looks pretty good. And what's impressive is that you can also generate mockups that you can immediately use on your website. So you can click on mockups here and you can see your designs on actual models, which looks really good. And you can immediately use this for your product listing. Now, of course, we know that mockups are really important. So if you want to take it to the next level, you can even buy mockups just like this one on Etsy here. It's very affordable and it will definitely elevate your product even more. Now, keep in mind that Gelato has many other products, including mugs, phone cases, and they actually have a wide range of wall art products like acrylic prints, wood prints, foam, canvas. There's a lot of products to choose from. So you can basically take the same design and place it on a variety of products. And that's the beauty of print on demand. And unlike the traditional way of selling merchandise, you're not paying more to add more products to your catalog. Now, Gelato is completely free to use. You can connect this to your website or your Etsy store. But if you want to maximize your profits, you can sign up to the Gelato Plus plan, which gives you 10% off all the products and you get access to all the premium mockups and fonts. And since I'm partnering with Gelato, if you use my link below, you'll get 30 days of Gelato Plus plan for free and an extra 50% off your first order. So make sure you use my link to get that huge discount. Now let's talk about how you can actually turn these designs into actual dollars. Now we know that she markets her products using social media, but one thing you have to understand, she didn't just randomly post content and sales just came in, because that's not how it works. Because she actually used a strategy called the drop method, which basically means that she would get all her community riled up for a particular product on Instagram, and then she would announce a specific date of when that product will become available. And these products are then dropped at a particular time in limited quantities and they're not released again. And that's how she was able to generate $260,000 in one of her drops. And obviously this technique is working for her. And in fact, a lot of other big brands are actually using this method as well. Just like Snapchat in 2016 when they sold their Snap Spectacles by dropping vending machines randomly all across the city nationwide. And also Starbucks with their unicorn frappuccino, Amazon with their deal of the day. So having limited quantities introduces scarcity. It is a marketing tactic because people place a higher value on things that they believe to be rare and a lower value on things that seems abundant. She also took advantage of FOMO to not only get people to buy her products, but to make people who missed the boat to be even more motivated to buy next time. And that's brilliant, isn't it? Now, the biggest challenge is that I don't know how to drive traffic from social media. That's why so many people just take the easy route and start an Etsy store, falsely thinking that the traffic will just come, which is not the case. But driving traffic from social media is actually easier than you think. Because if you look at her Instagram account and scroll all the way to the bottom, her initial posts, they were mostly text that you can easily make on Canva. And these are motivational phrases that are really simple to do. And then she began to use mockups with real people like this, which you can easily buy for $1 or $2 on Etsy. So these are not hard to do. And keep in mind that this post can also be scheduled, so you can batch produce them ahead of time and they can be posted automatically. Now, If you prefer to be completely hands-off, you can always outsource the job and hire someone to create the content and grow the account at the same time, so you can focus on creating the products. And it's actually easier and more affordable than you think, because I actually hired someone to do this for me, and I made an entire video about it, and it's going to be live in the next few weeks. So make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell so you don't miss that video. So depending on when you're watching this video, if it's already live, you're probably going to see it here. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe so you don't miss ideas like this. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll see you in the next video.